Hello everyone, and welcome back. Today I'm making cabbage soup. I've got several heads of cabbage here that need to be picked. Like you've seen inside there, the first thing you do for this recipe is you need to brown 1 pound of ground beef and get it drained. You don't want all the grease in there. And the next thing I need is a head of cabbage. Alright, so the recipe for this calls for a half a head of cabbage. I'm picking early cabbage out of the garden. This is quite a bit smaller than the bigger ones you buy in the store or the late cabbage that I have out there growing on the back side of the garden. So I'm probably going to use up this whole entire head. So you just want to get this chopped down into some smaller pieces. So I have the 1 pound of ground beef that's been browned and drained in the bottom of the slow cooker. To that we're going to add 4 beef bouillon cubes, 1 can of whole canned tomatoes here with the juice, 1 can of kidney beans. To that we're going to add 1 teaspoon of garlic salt, and I will show this recipe card at the end of the video. We're going to add 1 teaspoon of garlic powder, half a teaspoon of black pepper. Now we have to add all the cabbage. And now we're just going to want to try to kind of mix it up if you can. The recipe calls for putting in 2 stalks of celery chopped up. I don't have any celery, so it's not that big of a deal. And then you're going to add water so it comes up just to cover up the cabbage. And I usually go, it says to cover it, I usually go up so I can see it. I mean, all this is going to cook down and it's going to be runny enough as it is. Alright, so I set it on high for 6 hours. I'm going to cover it up here. I'm going to come in once it starts bubbling and stuff, I'll come in here and I'll mix it up better. After you get it into it about 3 or 4 hours, you know, carefully taste the juice, and if it needs more salt or pepper or garlic or whatever, you can add it in. But normally, this is pretty good. Just, I never really have to add anything. It's just always tastes the same. So now we're just going to let it sit there and cook. Well, here we are hours later. I have mixed this up a few times, but I have not tasted the liquid to see how it is. Well, that tasted just how it's supposed to, so it's good. I think everything is soft enough. I'll probably leave this in for another half hour, and then I'm going to shut it down and call it good. Well, I've turned down the heat now, and I'm going to shut the whole thing off, actually. Everything is done. Okay, everyone. Well, thanks a lot for watching. And that's how I make my slow cooker cabbage soup. I'll see you guys on the next video. I have lots more heads of cabbage to go.